A single can of soda looks harmless, cold, refreshing, normal. Millions of people drink it every day. Some drink 2, some drink 5, some drink it instead of water. But what if I told you that soda does not affect your body slowly? It attacks your organs immediately, within minutes, within hours, within years. This is not about calories. This is not about weight loss. This is about organ damage. Today, we are going inside the human body to see what soda really does, organ by organ, from the brain to the heart to the liver to the kidneys. This is not opinion. This is physiology. Soda versus brain, dopamine and addiction. Soda hits the brain first. Liquid sugar enters the bloodstream faster than solid food. Within minutes, blood sugar spikes, dopamine floods the brain, pleasure response activates. The brain learns soda equals reward. Over time, dopamine receptors weaken, cravings increase, self-control decreases. This is why soda feels refreshing, even when you're not thirsty. Artificial colors and caffeine further stimulate the nervous system. Result: addiction, mood swings, anxiety, cravings. Soda trains the brain to chase stimulation, not nutrition. Soda versus heart, blood pressure, and stress. Soda stresses the cardiovascular system. Sugar causes insulin spikes, inflammation, increased triglycerides. Caffeine causes heart rate increase, blood pressure spikes. Over time, arteries stiffen, heart works harder, blood pressure rises. Diet sodas are not safe either. Artificial sweeteners confuse insulin response, increase stroke risk, damage blood vessel lining. The heart was not designed to pump syrup. Soda versus liver, fatty liver disease. This is where soda becomes deadly. Fructose in soda goes directly to the liver. Unlike glucose, it cannot be used by muscles. It cannot be stored safely. The liver converts fructose into fat. Over time, fat builds up in liver. Inflammation increases. Fatty liver develops. This can happen even in thin people. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is now driven largely by soda. The liver thinks soda is poison, and it's right. Soda versus teeth and mouth. Soda is acidic, very acidic. It erodes enamel even before sugar acts. Then sugar feeds bacteria. Bacteria produce acid. Result: tooth erosion, cavities, gum disease, chronic bad breath. Diet soda still damages teeth because acid remains. Soda is one of the fastest ways to destroy oral health. Soda versus bones, calcium loss. Cola contains phosphoric acid. Phosphorus imbalance pulls calcium from bones, weakens bone density. Caffeine increases calcium loss in urine. Over time, bones weaken, fracture risk increases, osteoporosis risk rises. Soda replaces milk and water, double damage. Soda versus pancreas, insulin burnout. Every soda forces the pancreas to release insulin, again and again and again. Over years, insulin resistance develops, pancreas overworks, cells stop responding. This leads to prediabetes, type 2 diabetes. Liquid sugar is the fastest way to destroy insulin sensitivity. Soda versus kidneys, filtration damage. Kidneys filter blood. Soda overloads them with sugar, acid, phosphates. This increases kidney stones, calcium imbalance, chronic kidney disease risk. Dark sodas are worst. The kidneys were made for water, not chemical cocktails. Soda versus gut and digestion. Carbonation causes bloating, gas, acid reflux. Sugar feeds harmful gut bacteria. Artificial sweeteners disrupt microbiome, increase inflammation. Result: poor digestion, weakened immunity, increased cravings. Gut health controls mental and physical health. Soda damages it silently. Soda versus hormones and metabolism. Soda confuses hormones, insulin, leptin, ghrelin. Hunger signals break. You feel hungrier, less satisfied, always craving. Diet soda tricks the brain. Sweet taste equals no calories. Confusion. Metabolism slows down. Fat storage increases. Soda versus long-term health, the big picture. Long-term soda consumption increases risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, liver failure, kidney disease. This is not about one soda, it's about daily habits. Your organs remember what you drink every day. Powerful and soda doesn't kill instantly. It damages silently, organ by organ, year by year. The body forgives mistakes, but not repeated ones. The moment you replace soda with water, healing begins. Soda versus liver, the fat factory. Most people think alcohol destroys the liver, but soda is now doing the same job, quietly. The danger in soda is fructose, not table sugar, not glucose, pure fructose. Here's the problem. Your muscles cannot use fructose. Your brain cannot use fructose. Only one organ processes it, the liver. When you drink soda, fructose rushes straight to the liver, liver gets overloaded, excess fructose is converted into fat. This fat doesn't go under your skin first, it stays inside the liver. This condition is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. And here's the shocking part. You don't need to be fat. You don't need to drink alcohol. Thin people who drink soda daily are getting fatty liver. Over time, liver inflammation increases. Insulin resistance worsens. Liver function declines. The liver tries to protect you, but soda forces it to poison itself. This damage builds silently until one day blood tests come back abnormal. By then, damage has already started. Soda versus pancreas, insulin burnout. Every soda triggers an emergency response. The pancreas sees sugar and releases insulin. Once in a while, fine. Every day, multiple times a day, disaster. Liquid sugar hits the bloodstream fast. The pancreas has no time to adjust. It must release large insulin spikes. Over years, pancreatic cells overwork. Insulin receptors stop responding. Insulin resistance develops. This is how type 2 diabetes begins. Diet soda doesn't save you. Artificial sweeteners trick the brain, trigger insulin release anyway, increase insulin resistance. The pancreas doesn't care if sugar is real or fake. Repeated stimulation causes burnout. Once pancreatic cells are damaged, they don't fully recover. Filtration failure. Your kidneys filter your blood every minute of your life. They're designed for water, natural minerals, not soda. Soda overloads kidneys with excess sugar, phosphates, and acid. This creates multiple problems. 1. Kidney stones. Phosphoric acid increases calcium loss. Calcium forms stones. 2. Chronic kidney stress. High sugar damages blood vessels in kidneys. 3. Dehydration effect. Soda pulls water from cells instead of hydrating. Dark colas are the worst offenders. Long-term soda drinkers have higher rates of kidney disease. The kidneys suffer quietly until damage becomes irreversible. Point 9. Soda versus bones. Slow calcium theft. Bones look solid, but they're alive, and soda weakens them. Cola contains phosphoric acid. Too much phosphorus pulls calcium from bones, weakens bone structure. Caffeine increases calcium loss through urine. Now, combine that with this. People replace milk and water with soda. Result? Less calcium intake, more calcium loss. This leads to weaker bones, higher fracture risk, early osteoporosis. This damage shows up later in life when it's too late to reverse. Soda attacks teeth in 2 ways. First, acid. Second, sugar. Soda's acidity softens enamel immediately, weakens tooth surface. Then sugar feeds bacteria. Bacteria produce acid. This creates a cycle. Acid, damage. More acid, more damage. Diet soda still destroys teeth because acid remains. Long-term effects: cavities, enamel erosion, gum disease, tooth sensitivity. Your mouth is the first organ to experience soda damage, and it never forgets. Make documentary truth. Soda doesn't target one organ, it attacks multiple systems at once. That's why damage feels slow, but it is constant. Long-term organ collapse. The damage you don't feel until it's too late. Soda does not destroy the body loudly. It destroys it quietly. By the time symptoms appear, damage has already settled deep inside the organs. Brain. Years of daily soda consumption overstimulate dopamine pathways. The brain slowly loses sensitivity to pleasure. Mood swings increase. Anxiety becomes normal. Focus weakens. The brain begins to depend on sugar for emotional balance. You don't feel addicted. You feel normal only after soda. Heart. Excess sugar and phosphoric acid trigger chronic inflammation. Blood pressure rises silently. Arteries stiffen. The heart works harder for years until fatigue becomes disease. Heart attacks linked to sugary drinks don't come suddenly. They're trained over decades. Liver. The liver treats soda's sugar like alcohol. Fructose is converted into fat. Fat goes inside liver cells. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease begins. No pain, no warning, just slow internal suffocation. Beans. High sugar plus high acid overload filtration systems. Minerals leach from bones. Kidney stones form. Chronic kidney disease advances quietly. By the time dialysis is discussed, the damage is already permanent. This is not aging. This is chemical wear and tear. Reversal and recovery. What happens when you stop? Here's what most people don't know. The human body wants to heal. The moment soda is removed, recovery begins. Within days, blood sugar stabilizes. Insulin spikes reduced. Energy becomes steady, not explosive, not crashing. Brain, dopamine receptors slowly reset. Mood stabilizes. Cravings weaken. Mental clarity improves. You don't feel excited, you feel calm. Heart. Blood pressure lowers. Arteries regain elasticity. Inflammation markers drop. Veins. Hydration improves filtration. Mineral balance restores. Stone risk decreases. Water does not give pleasure. Water gives repair. Healing doesn't require motivation. It requires removal of poison.